Hey everybody, what is going on? This is the SacredGuard, and welcome back to Let's Play Monster Girl Quest Paradox Chapter 3. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am currently occupying my daughter's room while she's fast asleep downstairs with her mother. And because of how easy it is for her to be able to wake up, I unfortunately will have to try to play as quietly as possible, considering how much this game as it stands right now hypes me up. So I can't be as excited as I would actually like to be. I mean, I am, but I can't vocalize it, unfortunately. Anyway, the first thing I want to say in regards to me getting ready to get this started is, holy shit, I did not expect things to turn out the way that they did. I wasn't expecting the first ending that I did to be bad. I thought perhaps maybe I could find the third way without immediately choosing a side. But unfortunately, all I did was just have things go in a circle where Hild is made by Luca, who I already had an idea that she was created by him in some way, shape, or form. I thought maybe it was like a different him from a different universe, but from the way it seems, it's a him from later in the future, basically the now. If I chose the third choice and then sent back in time to try to change things, I did not expect a full-on war, in a manner of speaking, to take place the moment that I chose a side. I expected some type of battle, yes, but I wasn't expecting it right away. I was not expecting to see the 4 Chimera dolls, the ultimate chimeras that Promisteen created back in the visual novel, if you guys can remember. Arkenciel, Tsukiyomi, Amphisbina, and Heinwell, who are created to fight Grambaria, Tamamo, Iribeti, and Elma, respectively. There was also a 5th one, Rapunzel, but she was only there just so she could be able to make more, but it doesn't look like they've included her this time around. She was made specifically just to go after Luca. And I definitely was not expecting to meet the Dark Goddess. In the past, there was a preview of what the Dark Goddess looked like, but it was only in artwork. We never actually got to see her CG or even a preview of the CG back in the visual novel. They teased her for Paradox. They teased her back then, and they teased her for Paradox, and now we actually get to see her full on in the flesh. Now, if the way things went with Ilias back in the visual novel is anything to go by, in terms of power, she is most likely right there with her, or even stronger than her. So, whichever side that I picked, whoever their goddess is, I think I would have been screwed either way. I'm just glad that I don't have to fight the Dark Goddess right now. Although, when I go back to choose the other side, because I am going to go back and choose to side with the angels. I'm going to go back to choose to side with the angels after all of this is said and done, whenever this is said and done, so I can be able to see how things turn out with that one. And I'm probably going to have to fight her. And if I have to fight her at her full strength, or technically partial strength as she is right now, either way, I still think that I can be majorly screwed over. All I can really say right now is that after everything that I've seen, including Eden, who attempted to make a quick last stand before we got to this point, and was even going to use the Longia Spear. If you guys know anything about the Longia Spear from any media that you've played or seen, you know it is an extremely powerful spear. And actually seeing it now, and knowing that she would have just straight up destroyed us if she was actually able to use it without Ilias's interference, that just goes to show just how strong she really is, how little credit that she's gotten, and being one of the 3 seraphim that Ilias created, and just how devoted she is to making sure that her will is carried out. But I think I've droned on long enough in regards to how I feel about this entire situation. I don't know where things are going to go from here, but I am wholeheartedly looking forward to the end results on both sides. Anyway, on the last episode, we managed to be able to meet with the Dark Goddess, and as you can see, Alice has regained her rightful body now. Which I'm happy to see. No longer is she tiny. Now she's back to being full on, hungry as all hell, big titty Alice. And even though I already had it somehow, I have officially unlocked the Hero of Darkness class. So, so I have promised team with us. Alright, so everybody has been saying that with the way things are going now, I may actually need to start bringing other characters with me. And thinking about it pretty hard, I think you are right. I may actually need to. So, take that. Okay. So, I think what I have to do. Is there no way I can tell what I need to do without going back to the Pocket Castle? I think I have to go and find out what's going on in a few places. But before I go, since I've reorganized my party, and I'm going to reorganize it again because someone in the comments just pointed out to me that as things stand with the way the game is now, I need to start using multiple party members because of how hard the game is going to get here soon. And I've already seen that for myself with a single boss fight that, while I had only Alice and Luca, the two of them being my strongest right now, technically speaking, and I've been fine thus far, I almost lost one of those fights. Now, part of me still intends to want to just keep it Luca and Alice, just for the sake of clarity, but I am going to go ahead and rearrange my party a bit, just because you see I have the Lilith sisters in the group, with apparently Lilith being the strongest one. She's currently the highest level in the party. So before I leave, let's go ahead and talk with some people before I head out. Indeed, the Angelic Dominion's mastery of space-time transfer technology is impressive. They can open portals at will and transport themselves freely. But we haven't been idle either. We are advancing space-time transfer solutions from a different perspective. Once it's complete, it'll turn the tide of our current disadvantage. Well, at least you guys are trying. It's better than nothing, I suppose. What the heck are you supposed to be? I already don't like you. I'll know everything you see and hear. It will all reach me. I'll always be watching over you from here. I'm always watching Wazowski. Always watching. But heading to another world burns through a ridiculous amount of magic, and I can only stay there for 5 minutes at most. So think of me as your last ace up the sleeve. Don't call for me on a whim, because I won't just show up. I understand. We'll handle things ourselves as much as possible. That would explain why you didn't stay around long when I actually fought you in Chapter 2. Good. That's what I want to hear. It's not exactly a parting gift, but I'll give you some legendary armor from Yamatai. Oh. I'm getting the Genji set. So, without going to the Labyrinth of Chaos, or by giving medals to the Metal King, at least I think, giving him medals gives me the armor pieces. I would actually get these armor pieces from Tamamo in the Monster World. I suppose that makes sense, partially. And while I'm at it, take this too. Bet you don't have anything like this in your world, huh? Technically speaking, no, I don't. I get them from a place that only I can traverse. It looks like a jewel infused with magic. What's it for? That's a gem, a common piece of tech in the monster realm. Ask that cat robot over there for details later. Yeah, I'll explain it to you. Come talk to me later. Actually, I think I would rather not. I don't want to talk to you guys. I don't even want to see your appearances. I guess I'll ask about the Destroyer of Worlds, since they seem to keep calling me that. The World Destroyer. It's just as the Dark Goddess mentioned. There's very little we know about it. The 8-colored power needed to awaken it. Even now, we don't know what that truly means. I apologize for the noise. The heater turned on. Fire, ice, lightning, wind, earth, water, holy, and dark. You must believe that these 8 elements form the 8-colored power. But how those elemental powers should be used is unknown. Just being able to use them isn't enough. After all, I can wield any element. If we consider them as the spirit's power, you already possess fire, wind, earth, and water. But what about ice and lightning spirits? They don't exist in this world. Do they not? I mean, if we could take into consideration that fire, earth, water, and wind exist, then that's full-on spirits. But ice and lightning don't exist as spirits. Would it not be possible that they could exist as sprites instead? Or perhaps even 2 spirits could combine their powers in order to be able to make these elemental spirits. For example, Undyne and Sylph could combine their powers and become an ice spirit. Or Salamander and Sylph can end up combining their powers and become a lightning spirit. I'm just saying it's possible, it's there. They could do something like that. They probably won't. It's just wishful thinking. But that is food for thought. You guys, if there are any artists watching this, try making a fusion of what Salamander, Sylph, or Salamander and Undyne would look like if they combined and made those kind of spirits. Also, since you carry angelic blood, you have the holy element. But without being a monster, you can't wield dark. So for you to possess the power of all 8 elements is fundamentally impossible. Does that mean the 8-color power is something else entirely? There's too much we don't know about the Destroyer of Worlds, but one thing's certain, it's the force that will end this second great monster war. So, is anything like that must mean? Let me see. How about the Sacred Spear? Do you know anything about it? Longius. Who would have thought Eden would be carrying that abominable weapon? So even in this world, there were records of Longius. As you know, we annihilated the goddess's armies. The blood-soaked battles raged across the land. But Longius was never brought to the battlefield. It remained locked away in the goddess's vault until the end. Later, the Dark Goddess found it and destroyed it completely. Its power was far too strong, too dangerous. But from the way it seems, I guess they're bringing in Longius from the angelic dominion. I suppose even the goddess found Longius too much to handle. Maybe she feared giving it to her subordinates would lead to rebellion. Really? Not spirit Armilius? I mean, it shouldn't be able to, technically. It's a holy weapon. And Ilias is literally the full composite, like the holy element given form and breasts. Someone like her wouldn't be destroyed, but she wouldn't escape unharmed. Anything less than a goddess would be obliterated instantly. Even the 6 ancestors. Yes, even the 6 ancestors wouldn't be exceptions. If hit directly, we'd surely perish. But we are the 6 ancestors after all. None of us would be foolish enough to take a direct hit from such a weapon. Yeah, but you probably wouldn't have to take the direct hit to suffer considerable damage. As long as it's a projectile weapon, there are plenty of ways to avoid it. Unless we're completely caught off guard, we wouldn't be struck. Even so, we can't afford to be careless. We'll need to be wary of the long geas that Eden carries. Alright, what about the other ancestors? I know about you, and I know about Sarah? I think her name's Sarah something. But what about the others? The other ancestors. Since we'll be fighting together, it's best you know about them. First, there's Saja. She claims to be the strongest of the 6 ancestors, but that's just self-proclaimed. At the very least, when it comes to magic, I'm the best among the 6 ancestors. My magical power surpasses even Saja's. Well, to be fair, Saja is highly balanced in overall power. Strength, intelligence, magic, vitality. I'll admit she excels in all of them. Yet, technically speaking, if she's a jack of all trades rather than a master of one, and she's a jack of all trades, master of none, technically that still makes her the strongest because she's got more than all of you have individually. That's actually a good thing. In some cases, yes, it's good to be able to focus on one particular aspect, but if someone like her manages to be able to have so much in all those other aspects, that makes her stronger. But I've never lost in magic. I know over 10,000 spells, far surpassing Saja's. Why are you boasting? Weren't we talking about Saja? Saja is one of the more reasonable ones among the 6 ancestors. She's in this hole, so go and meet with her if you wish. Next is Minagi, the one known as the Great Whore of Babylon, ancestor of the Succubi. Her sexual arts are unmatched, second only to the divine. Yeah, but she somehow managed to get kingdom-hearted at the end of a movie that we don't talk about. It doesn't exist, but certain things happen. She practices strict self-discipline and is very stern. She might not match the image you have of Succubus. By the way, other than me, only Saja and Minagi are rational. The remaining 3 are complete lunatics. Canon is the ancestor of plant monsters. Her nature is incredibly cruel and utterly hedonistic. Hedonistic? What does that mean? Engaged in the pursuit of pleasure, sensually self-indulgent. So she does things for herself and herself alone. She's ambitious and aggressive, even towards the other ancestors. She frequently fights over territory with Kanade. Kanade is the ancestor of all slime monsters, which is the one who ended up, whose DNA or whatever got absorbed by Erebeti. A collective life form housing countless lives within. She's silent and emotionless, but overall attached to her kin. It goes beyond simple camaraderie. Perhaps it's an extreme trait of her slime nature. Mentally, she might not even distinguish between herself and her kin. That kind of sounds like Erebeti, personally. From what I'm hearing, she sounds similar to Erebeti, yeah. And lastly, there's Haruko, the ancestor of tentacle monsters. She's a creature that takes human form. Whatever you do, don't try talking to her. I wouldn't even recommend going near her. She'll devour you. What? She's that unreasonable? Just what is Haruko? Anyway, those are the 6 ancestors. We don't get along and are always bickering. But our loyalty to the Dark Goddess never wavers. That much is true for Kanan, Kanade, and Haruko as well. Sometimes we might even try to destroy each other, but for the Dark Goddess we'll gladly lay down our lives. Understood, for now. Looks like we'll meet the other ancestors soon enough. That's it. I see, then go forth. I wish you the best of luck. So, from what I'm gathering here, they're willing to lay down their lives for the Dark Goddess and whatnot. But on the offside, off screen and whatnot, if they ever encounter each other, they're willing to fight hell and back to try to destroy one another. But the second that Alice the First gets involved, they immediately put it to a stop and do whatever she says. So, wouldn't it make sense if the Dark Goddess is aware of this, to tell them to stop trying to kill each other and focus on the main thing? Like, focus on everything else. Stop trying to kill each other. Stop trying to fight for territory. Just go do things. I don't know. It just seems a little dumb to me. I don't know. So Saya's somewhere around here. I'm not gonna talk to the little eyes. Where is she? The heck are you? Beyond this point lies Lady Saja. Ensure you do not act disrespectfully. Dragonhead. What are you? You look like a human that's got like... If anybody has seen Hellsing Ultimate, they know exactly what I'm talking about right now. I don't even need to say it. They will know exactly what I'm talking about, the way this looks to me. That being said, Lady Saja is a person of great character, unlike Lady Kennen or Lady Haruko. She is reasonable, so there's no need to be excessively fearful. Okay then, I'll take your word for it. Ancient Dragon. Lady Saja oversees the Helgondo continent. It's the most critical region of the monster realm, where the Dark Goddess's castle resides. While the other 6 ancestors typically return to their own territories, Lady Saja alone stays by the Dark Goddess's side at all times. And yet she's right here. So, not exactly at all times. What are you? Are you a dragon too? I'm not even going to attempt to try to pronounce that name. Lady Saja is the strongest among the 6 ancestors. She could fight on equal terms with Michaela and Lucifina. Neither Lady Temema nor Lady Haruko could match her strength. She truly is the head of the 6 ancestors, the greatest monster in the monster realm. I mean, if you say so. It just sounds like you're trying to butter up your boss. We meet face to face in the flesh for the first time. I am Saja, strongest of the 6 ancestors. Strongest of the 6 ancestors, don't get ahead of yourself. The inbox always interjecting from abroad. Apologies, she made me her rival. I don't know how you two are rivals when, at least from my understanding, at least from like some of the stuff that people have told me, it's probably all wrong, but you two are kind of like sisters. It seems she greatly dislikes my title as the strongest of the 6 ancestors. I'm sure jealousy simmers among those 9 tails of hers. But enough of that. I shall grant you this as you head to the Angelic Dominion. When Spear Silva, Katana Ndini, Flayfist Salamander, Earthaxe, no. This is... We are grateful for your generous support, Saja. Oh, so you are Alavis the 16th, Once Lord of the Singularity world and my direct descendant. What surprised me most about the history of that world is that Cunning Fox serving as the mentor of Monster Lords through generations. Being raised by her, one would expect a sly and malicious schemer. Yet looking at you, you seem quite capable. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, considering that Alice likes to fill her stomach more than doing anything else. It seems your Tememo has done a commendable job. Let us fight together from here on, Monster Lord of another world. It's an honor to be praised by 2 great Monster Lords. I vow to fight alongside you with all my might. I have yet to master the art of interdimensional teleportation, but I'm starting to grasp the trick. It won't be long. The day when I can assist you directly is not far off. Until then, you'll have to bear with Tememo's incessant nagging. What nagging? Following 10 memo, it seems Saja is also nearing the ability to perform limited time transfers to parallel worlds. Even brief visits from Saja would be a tremendous asset. Duly noted. Is there anything else you got to say? It's a message. Okay. Alright, well. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. So let's reorganize the party here first. I actually have to start bringing people along. I wasn't really in the mood to, but I guess I will. So, promising will stay, obviously. But let's pop them out first. I suppose I can bring Master Alma. Hild will come. I'll bring Naruko. Sylph. Lane. Salamander. Augustine. Morgan, I guess. Astaroth, I guess. Lilith, I guess. Where is... Wait. Do I? Uh-oh. I think something got screwed up. I don't have all my Alma. Something got screwed up when I... Something must have happened when I... It reset. It reset. Did it reset? Oh wait, or it is all my Elma not on my side because I joined with the monster. No, that wouldn't make any sense. She said she didn't care. Alright, so obviously I have everybody from the collab. I think something got screwed up along the lines. I don't have all my Elma with me. Wait, what about Heinrich? Heinrich? Yeah, something doesn't feel right. Uh-oh. As the ancestor of plant monsters, I know everything there is to know about the plants in this world. That's why I've got a bit of a curiosity about the plants in the angelic dominion. If you happen to come across any rare flowers there, could you bring them back to me? I might gain some new powers if I can absorb their cellular structure, and I'll reward you for your trouble, of course. So good luck out there. Try not to die in the angelic dominion, alright? Ah, okay. I suppose I can do that. Also, I thought about it a little harder, and it's possible that what happened with Alma is because I left the castle while everybody was still fighting. So it may be that the only reason she's not there is because she got left behind to take care of things. That's just my guess. Can you tell me where to go? I can't remember where I have to go next. Perhaps I got a little ahead of myself. I actually can't seem to tell where I have to go. Okay. So I gotta go talk to the Queen of Grand Noah. So that I can go to the Tartarus world again. I actually have to sit and try to look up just so I can look stuff up, just so I can figure out where I have to go. I got so lost. I was in a situation teaming up with the Dark Goddess to fight the Goddess. Quite an unusual turn of events. But if it's all to save the world, then so be it. Luca, I trust your judgment. I mean, if you say so, I'm not the child of judgment. Now about the Tartarus and Esta, we prepared a way for you to enter it. Take this permanent head to Esta. A steamship will take you all the way to the Tartarus Rift. Okay? Thank you, Your Majesty. Look at the fate of the world rests on your blade. Proceed with caution. Yes, leave it to me. Additionally, I had some investigations conducted that may be useful to you. We uncovered the whereabouts of the legendary blacksmith Randall. It's uncertain, but it seems he traveled the world before ending up in Iliasburg. The trained blacksmith is in Iliasburg. Meeting him would be perfect to commission some new gear. Alright, let's check out Iliasburg. We'll search for the legendary blacksmith Randolph. Oh, and there's a message I was asked to pass along from the King of Grand Gold. A severely injured, high-ranking succubus was reportedly brought to the succubus village. She was found collapsed, suffering from life-threatening injuries near the village. It seems she's currently receiving treatment there. So this high-ranking succubus, there are whispers it might be none other than Alma. Really? Alma was critically injured in succubus village. All of the floor having the Knights except for Granbury went missing after the battle at the Monster Lord's castle, but it seems Alma managed to escape, even though she's barely holding on. Her condition is concerning, but it's good news that she's alive. It's straight to succubus village. Honestly, yeah, I agree. I would rather bring her along. Sure, Netamo and everybody are out there somewhere too. I truly believe they're still alive. So we're heading to Esta Succubus Village is our next stop. Okay. And there's no ignoring that tip about the legendary blacksmith in Iliasburg. We're stopping by there before setting off for the Angelic Dominion. Okay. Life-threatening injuries. Seems Alma was brought to this village with serious injuries. Let's go to the mayor's house. Could she perhaps be upstairs? Yes, there she is. Hello everyone, have you all come to visit me? Are you okay, Alma? I heard you escaped safely after the battle at the Monster Lord's castle. We held our ground there and fought, but Tamemo, Arabedi, and I still got captured. I managed to break out and get to this village with a teleportation spell, and they ran out of energy and collapsed. Glad you were able to escape, since Tamemo and Arabedi are being held captive. It's great that they're alive. We have to get them back as soon as possible. They should be both locked up in the Monster Lord's castle. That's where Tememo, she's been locked up very tight. She's one of the 6 ancestors, so it's only natural. Fortunately, you were able to escape. You must have underestimated me because I'm a succubus, as my cell wasn't that secure. I managed to get out. I want to rescue Tememo and Arabetty as soon as possible. We can't take back the Monster Lord's castle without a military force of significant size. I mean, we could, ask the people that we have in the Pocket Castle, as well as the people that we brought along from the collab. Just saying. It seems the Dark Goddess is planning a strategy to recapture it. We have no choice but to wait for the right time. Anyway, I took my time to rest and heal my wounds. I'll join your party as a companion. Okay? By the way, I have a favor to ask. Could we stop by the house where I lived when I was young? It's very close by. I won't take up too much of your time. There's something I'd like to take with me. I don't mind at all. Where is that house? It's west of the inn. I heard the sisters from the farm live there now. Very well, we'll take you there, but don't do anything reckless. You're still recovering. Alma used to live here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a succubus village after all, but still. She used to live in this village? Right west of the inn. So, over this way. This one? That takes me back. I spent my childhood in this house. Alma, you're the succubus queen, right? I don't want to be rude, but isn't this house too small for a place where the next-to-be queen used to live? I had a lot going on with my mother. I was ostracized. Right. Alma said something like this about the, back in the visual novel, where she was treated differently because she was a succubus that actually liked hurting people, hitting people. There was something like that now that you mention it. I have no wish to intrude on your private life. Do what you need to do. There was supposed to be a basement staircase. I'm pretty sure it's... Look, I found the staircase to the underground storehouse. I used to stay there and train a lot. This way. Oh, she's got a piano and everything too? My letters and diary, you could say my belongings only amount to these. Almost got belongings. And this book too. That's an old martial arts manuscript, isn't it? It's a pretty old book. It looks like it was written hundreds of years ago. It appears to be well preserved, perhaps because few people have read it. Many books have been passed down from one succubus queen to another. This book is one of them, and no one but me has ever picked it up. The other books seem to be considerably damaged when I look at the bindings. The Secret of Dirty Love, Flirting with the Gale, Wisdom of the Great Whore. It's evident that each of them has been read to the point of becoming tattered. But only this book of the Apex Fist was sleeping in a corner. Succubi don't need martial arts skills, you see. I see. No wonder generations of succubus queens never once picked it up. To a succubus, fighting techniques must seem barbaric. I might as well take this book with me. I haven't completely memorized, but it's so I don't forget my resolution of old. Sorry I made you tag along. My business here is done. Anyway, this marks the end of Alma's errand. Let's head to Estes Tartarus to enter the Angelic Dominion. aside from just going straight to Esta, that was a matter of Iliasburg. Let's see if we can find this legendary blacksmith. The legendary blacksmith Randolph is currently here in this town. Could he really still be here? First thing we should do is talk with someone in the trade. Let's talk to the craftsman at the blacksmith shop. Hey boss, I'm back. We need something. It's rumored that the legendary blacksmith is living in this town. So we heard any rumors about Randolph. Well, if that was no rumor or anything, that'd be me, Randolph himself. She was already training Randolph? Hey. Craftsman put on a headband. No, Poppy, you never knew my history or even my name? Boss, why are you making such a sour face? Come on, it's like you're seeing my face for the first time. The first thing I ever told you was I'm the best blacksmith in the world. I thought that was some old man's ramblings. I never would have expected you to be the legendary blacksmith Randolph. Aren't you from this town? I was born in Grand Gold. I journeyed all across the world in order to master techniques of blacksmithing. I even traveled to Yamatai and the Elf village there. Before I knew it, I'd become known as the legendary blacksmith. I felt kind of empty inside. The Great War broke out, and I soon got tired of making tools just for killing. So I decided to retire into this town and make weak weapons of self-defense for beginning adventurers. You were like that, and yet you chose to take on Poppy as your apprentice. I helped a little girl on the whim because she had nowhere else to go. That's what I was thinking at first. I couldn't help but get fired up seeing her work so hard. Before I knew it, I had taught most of what I had to offer. Boss, anyhow, you've come all this way looking for my skills. This is not meteorite, yeah? Or to the point, we'd like to request of you to forge equipment made from meteorite for us. Legendary armaments forged during no time of the Great Monster Wars. That's the kind of thing meteorite was used in. But nowadays, there's not a single blacksmith who can work with meteorite, none except for me. And we have meteorite, I'll show you the brilliance of meteor equipment. Okay. Generally speaking, I already have meteor equipment, but, you know, just make one for the sake of it. There are other items besides meteor equipment you need. Just say your order and I'll have it made. Oh! I wasn't prepared for this. I guess I can just make it just cause. amazing after all. He really was the best blacksmith in the world. I won't be long before I become number 2 in the world. You're gonna be the best, Poppy. Dragons, iron, and blacksmithing all share a deep connection. Seems like the god of blacksmithing smiles upon you. Also, I'll do it. I'll keep on training to become the very best in the world. Okay. Well, that certainly worked out nicely. I'm not expecting that in the slightest. Alright, well that worked out. So let's go on ahead. Oop. And head to Esta. Okay, we have the permit, so now we can actually get on the boat, I hope. You folks are sure to go. Yes, we have permission from the Queen and Grand Known. We can depart right away. Please board the steamship. Okay, here we go. The steamship docks near Tartarus. To the starboard side, a gigantic hole is yawning wide open. So, how do we get down from here? Alright, drop the anchor, lads. I'll drop anchor here. Isn't the lake quite deep? Sailors attach the anchor to a large machine and fire it to the bottom of the lake. It's like a giant harpoon used for whaling. First anchor secured to the lake bottom. Second anchor is good too. Third and fourth anchors are also secure. To think they would fix the ship with such strong anchors. This way the ship will hardly move. It's a piece of mechanical technology provided by San Ilia. Okay, now lower the ladder. Alright. A rope ladder is thrown over the starboard side of the ship. It extends deep into the depths of Tartarus. The ship is securely anchored so the rope ladder won't sway. Still, please watch your step. Thank you for your help. Okay, let's go down. Let's go. Okay. Thus we cautiously descend the rope ladder, and so we land in the uncharted Tartarus of Esta. Did we go to the Tartarus of Esta before? I don't think we did. I don't think I did. This is the Tartarus that leads to the angelic dominion. Honestly, it's a completely familiar sight by now. It's almost nostalgic. At that moment, a familiar voice reaches my mind. It seems you made it to Tartarus. Oh, she's talking to us telepathically now. Okay, then. Is this Temelo's voice? I told you I would support your battle. You should know that my thoughts can even reach parallel worlds. Though limited, I can also extend my magical power. I can also transfer my body for a short period. We learned that well from the Grand Gold incident. We'll make good use of that power. However, body transfer cannot be overused. It consumes a great amount of magical power. Keep in mind that my personal appearance is a crucial trump card. Of course, we understand that we shall be Luca's strength. Libertas Temel, but please don't interfere too much. Morgan, mind your words. We may not be Temel's subordinates, but she is the commander of this mission. Yeah. Really, you shrew sisters are so unmanageable, but it might be better to have some fierce spirits in the monster realm. I tried to admonish my sister and still got lumped in with her. Now go forth. I will always be watching over you. The communication with Sabasa seems to have ended. Okay. Is she really just spying on us? That damn Kitsune. Yep, she's constantly monitoring us. Looks like we won't be getting a good night's sleep for a while. Don't you always sleep soundly? Well, she's on our side now, so it's reassuring. Let's go. Beyond this point lies the angelic dominion ruled by the goddess Ilias. We're finally about to enter enemy territory. I think there's something over there. What the heck is that? Doesn't seem human, but it doesn't feel like it's an apoptosis either. I've got a bad feeling about this. We should be careful. There is a slight apoptosis reaction, but that in itself is strange, isn't it? It has no direct relation to our current objective. We need to investigate the strange shadow. What is that? What is that? What? What is this? What is this thing? Oh, what are you? Who or what is this thing? It doesn't seem to be an apoptosis. It's a faint apoptosis reaction, but no erosion detected. It's strange. Its presence. Could it be? What? Why did Sarah react? It's like it's ready to fight, get ready to counter. This may not tie directly to our mission, but I won't let this threat go unchecked. Hey, doesn't this guy look kind of familiar? Sabasa's soul. Sabasa's soul. The king of Sabasa. Oh, I can actually see it. The cape and the hair. That's why Sarah reacted. Oh my goodness, this is... Oh, it's the king of Sabasa. Oh, that's not good. The way it fights is almost like a human swordsman. And those moves are techniques passed down through royalty. I mean, you know, whatever techniques that could have been seen. I beat him before he could make a first move. Check out Nuruko's tentacle. Looks like it's been sliced clean off. So it'll grow back soon enough. Oh, did it hurt Nuruko? Oh no. Can't be. Father? What? But wasn't your father? Sarah's father was the previous king of Sabasa. He was said to have died in an accident while expecting the Tartarus to the north. Father fell into the Tartarus Rift during an accident. He's been missing ever since, but this... Oh crap, wasn't that our fault? It was necessary for the unification plan. Let's keep quiet about it for now. You know, however long you can keep quiet for. I'll translate this, let's see. Oh, she can just translate apoptosis speak? Okay. I fell into the Tartarus Rift and got torn apart by the chaos swirling within. My soul and body shattered into multiple fragments. What remains here is just a fragment of my existence. The core halves of me, including my mind, were thrown into parallel worlds. If those missing halves are recovered, the hollow shadow will regain its form, or so it says. The core halves were thrown into parallel worlds. What's that supposed to mean? The instability in its existence likely affected the same entities in those other worlds. I think they were probably uploaded there in some form. I don't really get it, but does this mean there's a way to bring Father back? It seems we just need to bring back the halves existing in parallel worlds. Apparently there are two separate fragments besides the one here. It's not really good to find two others. There are two other versions of the King of Sabasa in different worlds. We just need to bring them both back here, right? One existence per world, so the fragments of the King of Sabasa must be in separate worlds. King of Sabasa in those worlds took on the forms they yearn for. It seems their desires manifested into reality. Fragments of Father became what he longed to be in parallel worlds. As you know, the life of a king can be stifling. They might have found the freedom they always wanted in those parallel worlds. Now that you mention it, Father did travel the world in his younger days. Maybe he's doing something similar in those worlds. Alright, let's search for the fragments of the King of Sabasa in those other worlds. He should go back to normal if we bring the two of them back here. I have no objections to that, but our immediate priority is our current objective. Yes, we have other tasks to handle right now. Let's treat this as something we tackle along the way. How about that? Got it, we'll gather information as we go. Still, having two versions of Father around might be too much. If you say so. Alright. I think now's a good time to stop. There's still so much that needs to be done. I spent most of my time over at the Ilias Temple trying to get people into different, like, stronger jobs so I can prepare for whatever comes ahead. I mean, the fact that I was able to get Alice to take him down by herself, more or less, honestly, was, like, shows I can have this taken care of the way I want to, but I'm still gonna have the other people around just in case. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I'm probably gonna be in for a lot of different fights.